War, a word that evokes pain, destruction, and death. But behind the smoke of explosions, behind the suffering of victims, lies something even more terrifying. A network of economic interests so powerful that it turns war into a highly profitable business. Today, you'll discover how the war industry has become a money-making machine that doesn't just survive off conflict, it needs it to grow. Get ready to witness the darkest side of the global economy, the war economy. The war industry, also known as the military-industrial complex, is a web of corporations, governments, and organizations that benefit directly or indirectly from armed conflict. It's not just weapons factories. It's a whole system that includes manufacturers of weapons, ammunition, and military vehicles, advanced technology companies, drones, satellites, AI, private military contractors, governments funding wars, banks and investment firms, backing arms companies, media shaping public. Opinion to justify interventions war, in this context, isn't an exception. It's a business model. In 2024 alone, global military spending exceeded $2.2 trillion. Top spenders: United States, $877 billion, China, $292 billion, Russia, $86 billion, India, $81 billion. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. That money flows to companies that sell weapons, logistics, military tech, intelligence services, training, maintenance, and more. Top 5 defense contractors: Lockheed Martin, USA, $66 billion in contracts. Raytheon Technologies, USA, $64 billion Boeing Defense, USA, $35 billion Northrop Grumman, USA, $30 billion BAE Systems, UK, $25 billion. These companies are publicly traded, meaning the more wars there are, the higher their stock value, and the more investors profit. Who profits and how? Governments and politicians who approve military budgets often have direct ties to defense contractors. Some former officials become lobbyists or even board members. Real example: Dick Cheney, former US Vice President, was CEO of Halliburton, a company that earned billions during the Iraq War. Private contractors, they don't just sell weapons. They also build military bases, supply food, clothing, equipment, offer intelligence and surveillance services. Example: Blackwater, now Academy, a private military firm involved in controversial operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Banks and investors. Many global banks and funds own shares in defense companies. As conflicts rise, so do their profits. Example: investment giants like Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street are among the top shareholders in arms manufacturers, and they also manage trillions in global pension funds. Ever wondered how war is justified to the public? That's where narrative control comes in. Media campaigns that generate fear, chemical weapons, terrorism, dictators, emotional manipulation, powerful imagery of suffering civilians, charismatic politicians promising peace and justice, silencing the real motives: oil, resources, military contracts, geopolitics. Classic case: the 2003 Iraq War was justified with claims that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, which were never found. Meanwhile, private firms made billions. Many wars are not about ideology, they're about economic control. Key resources: oil, lithium for batteries, natural gas coltan, and rare minerals used in tech. Fresh water, yes, water wars are real. Example: in Africa, especially in, say, countries like Congo or South Sudan, wars are fueled by foreign companies that need minerals for phones, computers, and EVs. War ensures access to these resources at low cost, at the expense of human lives. The human cost: for every dollar made by a weapons manufacturer, there's a displaced family, a child without a school, a city in ruins, a nation in debt, a soldier with lifelong trauma. While CEOs sip champagne over soaring profits, somewhere in the world, a mother buries her son. Stopping the war industry isn't easy, because the current system relies on it. But there are signs of resistance. Organizations promoting transparency in military spending. Movements pushing for divestment from arms companies. New technologies being used for defense, not offense. Social activism demanding peace and diplomacy. War is a business, one of the most profitable on earth. And as long as economic interests drive conflict, true peace will be out of reach. But understanding how the system works is the first step to challenging, dismantling, and replacing it. Knowledge is power. Now that you know the truth, will you stay silent or be part of the change.